Hi everyone, this is Elson, and this video is brought to you by Lag Studio. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to a Solana-based running app with a move-to-earn concept. So you run and earn money. It kind of sounds too good to be true, but I think thanks to Web3, this project is actually legit. If you look at the website on the right of the screen over here, you can see that this is their official website. I like their design, overall brand ethos. Their team was built by two founders, Jury and Yang, background in crypto and game development. They owned a game studio back in China, but most of their developers, I think, are in China. They raised a substantial amount of money at 5 million in the terms of future token sales, backed by big names, Sequoia India, Folius Ventures, other names on the screen. Pretty well funded. In the move to earn category, there's a few other notable projects. Duskland Runner, they raised around 1.7 or 1.3 million dollars. Basically, it's like an audio story that gives you the immersive experience of solving quests while you're running. Geno Pet, as you run, you gain experience points to kind of level up your pet, get more cosmetics, equipment. But I think that you have to bank your experience points from mobile to your desktop. Stepn focuses on their mobile experience. You already have kind of like a overview: buy sneakers, earn tokens, level up, attributes, and your sneakers, acquire more sneakers, achieve more competitive edge. Let's take a look at the wallet first. This is where they record your in-game activity, how much GMT you earn. This is recorded off-chain and then sent to your wallet on-chain. The GST is basically the SLP of Axie Infinity. It has infinite supply and it's minted when the user is moving. They designed a pretty good amount of gold sinks. So unlike Axie Infinity, your SLP is burned through breeding. That's like the only function that burns your token. But with this game, they have so many gold sinks. Say shoe minting, you need the tokens, repairing, leveling up sneakers, upgrading gems, I think unlocking and resetting sockets. You all need tokens to fuel those transactions. Then the other one is the GMT. A GMT is their governance token. You earn it at later grade, but you also use it to participate in voting. Due to the mobile development aspect, they had to design their own in-house wallet. They couldn't use Phantom Wallet. Right now, I think they support Solana, BTC, Ethereum, and they use Orca and Radium to implement the swap and liquidity. They plan to tap into staking in the future. And currently, they manage most of their cross-chain functions with Wormhole, but they built their own NFT bridge. So that's also really interesting. The game earns through trading, minting, and rental are taxed by 468%. With the NFT bridge, actually allowed to trade outside of the game environment in a marketplace like Magic Eden. They won't be able to tax the transactions that we mentioned above, right? So for a crypto native user, that's definitely something that may cause an issue for their future kind of profitability. They do believe that because of the convenience it provides to just kind of trade in-game, it would be more preferred for those users, especially those who are non-crypto users, to kind of just trade inside the game environment where it could be taxed. This is their Magic Eden account. There's already a lot of sneakers in here. A week ago, most of them were probably 5 Solana. Right now, they're kind of climbing up in price. So that's good to see, but most of it, you can just buy it in the in-game marketplace. So after the profits are taxed, they are put into a profit pool, and the profit pool will then be voted by the GMT token holders of how much of it is going to go to dividend or how much of it is going to go to carbon offsetting. So carbon offsetting is also a really interesting edge they have here. If you are pro taking dividend, then you'll get burned some amount of the GMT tokens. If you're more generous in terms of carbon offsetting, then you'll be rewarded to promote that, hey, as a community, we want to give back and help the environment. So in terms of the carbon offsetting, they use Nori, basically helps you remove carbon footprint somewhere with the farmer that they work with. They mint NFT certificates to prove that. It may give them a lot of advantage in terms of marketing. Before I go into this, there's 3 game modes that you really need to know about. The solo mode, just run by yourself. There's a marathon. You could think of it as a competition with a prize across the globe. And then the background running mode is when you're not opening up the app, it'll still record some of your movements, reward you with, I think, around 10% of the tokens that you would have earned if you opened up the app. This is kind of the core of the app. The sneakers are NFT assets, the gems are NFT assets, and the badges that you get from achievements are also NFT assets. So this creates a really good marketplace if you do spend a lot of time on the game. Here you can see that they have different types of rarity. There's common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. The more rare the sneaker is, the more attributes you can allocate. In the middle here you can see jogger. So there's like 4 types of sneakers. I believe there's walker, jogger, runner, and trainer. Walker is the 1 to 5 optimal speed per hour. They use kilometers. 5 to 9 for jogger, 9 to 15 for runner, any speed for trainer. Different types of shoes will determine how many tokens you earn on how many energy you spend. I think this is the strategic part of the game. So there's 4 attributes: efficiency, luck, comfort, and resilience. Efficiency determines how much more tokens you can earn on top of the base return. If you're going to use your sneakers for yourself, this is definitely the attribute that you would want to level up the most, right? It's like just by running the same amount of distance, you would get more tokens. Luck, as you run, you can randomly get loot boxes, but only if you are the actual owner of the sneaker. So if you rented a sneaker and you're running, you wouldn't get loot boxes. So let's say if you wanted to be your sneakerhead, you wanted to position yourself as a lessor in the market, then you would probably want to upgrade your luck so that on top of whatever revenue share you're already getting, you get loot boxes that can turn into gems. Comfort, it allows you to receive buffs. It's more like a combination of the other 3. Short buffs, we might say, hey, you earn 10% more token during X amount of time period. But long buffs are really helpful too, because they may even affect outside the game. Like let's say when I want to mint a shoe, right? It costs 20% less. And last but not least, that's resilience. So resilience determines how fast your durability runs out. So they actually have a durability system. The durability affects your efficiency. So when you're at 50% durability, you earn 10% less tokens. And when you're at 20% durability, then you earn 90% of tokens. So when you're at like 20% durability, you're basically not earning any tokens compared to when you had like above 50% durability. Through the combination of its traits and allocating your attribute points, a collector could be someone who focuses on hoarding and collecting their sneaker assets and then leveling up luck, renting it out to people, either can't afford it or doesn't want to just buy a shoe directly. However, there could also be like competitors who focuses on efficiency and resilience and just runs in marathons, win prizes, and be like a star player on their, I think they have leaderboards coming in the future. Casual players, it could be just, hey, I want to run, just got this app, looks fun, I'll buy a sneaker, put it all into efficiency. So as I run, I could probably just get a coffee and bagel that was covered by the tokens I've earned in this run. But users can mint their sneakers from 2 pairs of vintage sneakers. You could think of it as breeding in X to infinity. Right here it says shoe mint 7 times. Each time it gets progressively more expensive. In the user tab, you can see that per user, there's total distance, basically just how much you run, a personal achievement. Say if I ran for 10,000 kilometers, I get a badge. This might give me a competitive edge of 5% efficiency. Remember that I told you that the badges are also NFTs. So I could resell this on the marketplace for people who have ran 10,000 kilometers for them to have this competitive edge. Credit system, I believe that is used for their rental. So if you abide by the rules, credit goes up. If you don't, then credit goes down. Energy, they designed it so that by more sneakers you have, the more energy you have. And the more energy you have, the more move to earn time you can have. They set a cap so that if you have 1 sneaker, you'll have 2 energy. I don't have a sneaker right now, so I don't have energy. So I would have to invest in a sneaker, get 2 energy, and then I would be awarded 10 minutes of time to run. When I have 30 sneakers, I'll have 20 energy and 100 minutes that I could be running and earning tokens at the same time. I like the design. I like the UI and UX of their app too. They kind of incorporate GPS and motion sensors to detect if you're running or not. So if I stop, all right. A big thing is definitely you're going to think that, hey, what if I tie my phone to a dog, hop on a car? Is it going to see that I'm running? The issue they had before was like, well, actually not for them specifically, but in general, running apps like Nike and Strava, There's GPS drifting, there's people trying to cheat the system. But because before in those apps, there was really no incentive, there's no reward if it ran more, probably like a leaderboard. But in this one, there's actually token rewards. So they had to put a lot of time into anti-cheating. They spent a lot of time on GPS of how it tracks based on different activities or different vehicles or different ways that you're moving. They then implemented machine learning to kind of detect, hey, different scenarios and which scenarios are actually running compared to which scenarios aren't. I think another company that does this really well is Root Insurance. You have to open your GPS for a month for them to determine what type of driver you are and how safe you are. So definitely this is going to be a technical moat. This is their Twitter. Follow them if you want. They have 19.8K followers at the moment. On top of their AI anti-cheating system, carbon offsetting is like a good play that allows marketing and collaborations in the future. I do know they spend a lot of time on GPS. So like, I think they plan to use the GPS system to then kind of divide the runners and then have them form local groups through Discord. Los Angeles sneakerhead clubs for those who have a lot of sneakers in Los Angeles, or running clubs in Los Angeles. Being from an event coordinating background, that's going to be really powerful if there are enough users. I think right now they're in like the 2,000 or 3,000 range. I'm not 100% sure, but with the amount of funding they have, I'm sure they're going to grow. And I also think that they're going to grow because they recently pivoted from a gaming app to a running app. It doesn't seem that much of a difference, right? Because you still have the gaming aspect in the running app, but I think it's tapping into a different market, right? You're positioning yourself not to be more complicated, have more mechanisms or features in the game, but you're kind of catered towards the runners who are already using a running app. Instead of tackling a crypto native market and then the game market and then the people who run, you're tapping into people who run, and on top of that, adding crypto features, right? I think as of now, there's already 500 million people in that ballpark using running apps. And so far from using this app, I think the user experience is pretty straightforward. It doesn't require a lot of crypto knowledge. You can just use it as a running app as you would using whatever else you're using right now. And I think this easy ramp on is great for them to get more people to get to know about the crypto space. So I hope that I helped you get a better idea of the project, what it's about. And if you want me to do due diligence on our project, white paper, concept, feel free to reach out to us on Twitter, Discord, or the YouTube comments. And as always, it's rough out there, so stay excited and stay safe.